Hello! In today's episode, I'm going to teach you how to make a chocolate souffle. This can be intimidating to even pro bakers, but follow these tips and you will have a flawless finish to your chocolate souffle. I'm going to prepare the dish. It's important that I choose a dish that is very high-sided as well as a flat on the sides. I'm going to take some butter. I have about a tablespoon here on my paper towel, and I will just rub it throughout pretty generously all over, up the sides and all along the bottom. Next, I'm going to sprinkle sugar inside, tap it all around. And I really want to get a good coating all along the sides. This will help it to rise more. If I miss a little part, it will affect how high a side goes. All right, so just tap that right out. Terrific. Our pot is ready. Now it's time to preheat the oven to 400 degrees. I've created a double boiler on my stovetop by placing a few inches of water in a saucepan and putting a bowl on top. Just make sure that the water is not touching the bowl. You could use a glass bowl like I have, or a metal bowl also works well. I've added 1 stick of unsalted butter to my chocolate, and I'm going to continue to work the chocolate as soon as I see it starting to melt. I want to keep the motion moving so that my chocolate doesn't separate and it has a wonderful texture. All right, we're getting close. All my butter's melted. I'm just going to keep on stirring until I see every bit of chocolate also melted. That beautiful shine is what we're going for. We're almost there. All right, let's separate our egg yolks from our egg whites. You're going to need 2 bowls. For me, I'm using the bowl that actually goes with my stand mixer to put my whites in, and then just a small separate bowl for my yolks. First, you want to make sure that you crack the egg on a flat surface, not on the edge of the bowl. This reduces the chance of shards going into your egg whites. Then, dump the yolk into one of the palms of your hands and rotate back and forth, just like this. We'll make our way through all 6 eggs, and then I'll show you the next step. All right, I've removed my melted chocolate and butter from the heat. I've turned the heat completely off. I've also let the chocolate cool a little bit. Now it's time to add the yolks to this mixture. Incorporate them one by one and whisk vigorously as you add them. You just don't want those yolks to cook and scramble in this beautiful chocolate. Keep it moving, and then once you've incorporated that, add a pinch of salt. Okay, now it's time to whisk our egg whites until soft peaks form. I have 6 egg whites, and to that I am going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar. I'll use medium speed. And I'm going to let that roll until I see soft peaks form. Then we're going to add the sugar. Once you see soft peaks form, go ahead and start to add the sugar, 1 tablespoon at a time. Your mixture will start to thicken and become super shiny. Keep on going until stiff peaks form. Now I'm going to fold our chocolate, butter, salt mixture into our egg whites. I'll do it in 2 batches because I want to keep the motion really gentle and not overwork the egg whites. It smells so chocolatey. All right, I have it incorporated. I'm going to add it to our prepared dish. One thing I'm not going to do is tap this bowl People you often see do that, taking out the air bubbles of perhaps a cake. But we don't want to disturb or lighten these egg whites in any way. But one thing I am going to do before I pop it in the oven is take my thumb and run it along the edge, creating like a 1/4 inch gap between the top of the souffle and the edge of the dish. Great. I'm going to put it into my preheated 400-degree oven, but as soon as I put it in, I am going to lower the temperature to 375. We're going to bake it for 25 to 30 minutes until just the center is loose. You could go a little less if you want it really loose, or a little more if you want your souffle a little firm. But do not open the oven for at least the first 20 minutes of baking. And it's so beautiful. My whole home is filled with the smell of chocolate. So let's finish it. To present it at the table, I want it to look pretty in itself. So we're gonna dust it with some powdered sugar. Awesome. And then I love the combination of citrus and chocolate. So I have some candied orange here, and I'm going to just kind of haphazardly place it. Beautiful, a little off center, just lovely, and it's ready to go to the table. Now we're going to plate it. All right, let's plate this beauty. All right, I'm going to get a good scoop of this airy, cloudy chocolate love. I like to take from the edge, but also capture a little bit of that gooey center. I'll go ahead and pour over some fresh heavy cream and then a good pinch of the chopped candied oranges. And now it's time for my first bite. I'm gonna get a little orange, some of the gooey center, some of the firmer outside, and of course that cream. So incredible. It's not too sweet. Of course, it's made with bitter chocolate and just 4 tablespoons of sugar. But I can't tell you, it's so satisfying. I can't tell you how satisfying it is. Absolutely flawless.